Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for making time for this video and for this demo. Particularly, I'm going to show you how GPOS can be able to help you streamline your coffee shop. And of course, I'm using an online demo, which is available for everyone, free for all. And of course, when you type this particular link here, demo.gpos.co, you should be on the same page with me. And I'm logging in using an admin account, and then I'll go straight ahead and select bar and restaurant or restaurant alone. That means, let me just pick restaurant alone. Of course, this will give me the features that are more aligned towards running a coffee shop. And of course, GPOS is a darling to the Kenyan hospitality industry, not only in Kenya, but East Africa. Of course, it has earned a name for itself based on the popular and most streamlined features that it comes with. And aside from that, it is quite robust and easy to use. And of course, just logging in as a admin from this dashboard, I can be able to see everything. And of course, in my dashboard, you will be able to see a summary of all the transactions that we have done or that has happened in the system. And of course, this other side, you should be able to see now these features with now the inner features or the sub features. Let's say under sales, you will be able to see what happens under sales and so on and so forth. So first and foremost, it is very easy to use. Just by a few clicks of a button, you should be able to do whatever you want to do, be it making a sale, be it doing a purchase, be it doing stock management, or anything that it is in line, or anything that is in line with production and selling and purchases in a coffee shop. And of course, that having been said, with an admin account, just to make it clear from the onset, I have got access to every feature that the system comes with. And of course, these features can be activated and or deactivated based on the request of a customer. That is why we call it GPOS ERP. I'm just explaining those concepts so that you get the meaning of everything from the word go. So using my admin account, I'm able to see everything. And of course, the users that I will create in the system, these are people who are involved in either purchases or sales. Let's say waiters and cashiers in a coffee shop. And of course, them, I will be able to create them as users whereby I come here. And then, of course, I will be able to use this particular form here to be able to create them. But most importantly, I will add them or I will assign them a role. And of course, these roles are customizable in that what they help you with is just basically to tell the system that this particular user that I'm creating in my system, I need him or her to access the information I have in the system to this particular level. So how do you customize that? You will just simply come to role management. You will be able to see all these roles that we have created. You can create your new one by simply coming here and adding a role, or by editing the existing ones. So like a waiter, if I have to create a waiter, I'll just locate this one and then I can edit it. And then I assign it a role based on what I would want this particular individual to do. Yeah, so it's just as straightforward as that. So you can just award based on what you need this individual to do. And then once you do all that, then you simply come here and update. So whatever you've allowed this individual to do in the system, that is what he or she will see or access once she logs in or he logs in into your system. That is clear. And of course, just to also make it straight to the point, we do have got manuals here. These are video manuals, and of course, these ones explain every feature in the system. You'll be able to see a lot of videos here when you visit our channel. When you just click here and visit our channel, you will be able to see GPOS version 3 video tutorials that explains step by step how to operate the GPOS system, and of course, each feature's detailed explanation, and of course the guidance, as well as what we call the manual here in a PDF format. All that is available for you there to take advantage of. Of course, the moment you come here, you will be able to see GPOS manual. It is just loading, but you will just see it in just a few. And there you go. Yeah, so that will give you quite detailed on how to do everything in GPOS. And aside from that, now let's come back here. As an admin or the owner of this coffee shop, what will you see in your dashboard? In a snapshot, I will be able to see all the users that I've created in the system. I will be able to see the SMS balances that I've used or I've sent to customers. I will be able to see my supplier balances and the stores that I've created or registered in the system. This gives you a quick view, and also this gives you a quick view onto how the operations or the transaction that you have done in the system looks like as at the point you log in. Down here, you will be able to see quick links. These are just links to take you to the inner pages of, let's say, suppliers, customers, registering of new items, direct purchase, doing or checking your stock balances, checking your kitchen or bar orders. Of course, if you do have got a bar, but I believe this is not in a coffee shop. The coffee shop, you will be able to have kitchen orders. And of course, these are kitchen captain orders. Recipe, which is key, is also there. Happy hour, direct expense, or registering a direct expense, tracking your check payments, placing a new order. This is the point of sale. Let me just open it in a new tab. Online shop. Let me also just open this one on a new tab, and then requisitions. And then down here, you will be able to see notifications. These notifications are quite helpful in terms of helping you to understand you do invoices, the total number of items you have registered in the system, items that you need or that needs restocking, which is key for you at the end of the day or at the beginning of the day to be able to know which items you need to restock, be it the sellable or raw materials. You will be able to track that. And then open sales, these are credit sales, and then all the general sales, all the sales that were made in the system. And again, all your M-Pesa payments. This happens once we have integrated the system with M-Pesa. Down here, you will be able to see top 15 fast moving items, which is a key information for you to be able to understand so that you make the right decision at the end of the day or at the end of the month for your coffee shop. And again, here you will be able to see transactions in and out of the different payment modes that we have created in the system. Of course, payment modes are now the ways through which you accept payment from your customers, like through cash, through M-Pesa Till, through PDQ and all that. You can be able to create them in the system and track how sales have been coming in through them. So that at the end of the day, you may need to know how much have we received in M-Pesa, how much have we received in cash, how much we have in, those like different transaction accounts. And then here you will be able to see today's sales summary, which is also key for you to be able to understand how much have we received today. And then down here, you will be able to see expenses against sales. So that you get an idea where your business is headed. Are you incurring a lot of expenses, or are you making a lot of sales more than your expenses? Yes, this is a good information for you to be able to know how your business is doing or where your business is headed. And again, let me just come to this page that we opened here. Sorry, let me just open it again. There we go. So in a coffee shop, of course, these images are just dummy images that we have just uploaded in this demo account. But in your coffee shop, you can be able to update these images with your real coffee or with your real images. Then the waiters or the people involved in sales, their work is very simple. Once they log into the system, this is the page they will be able to use. That is why this is the point of sale, the page through which sales are happening. Now, as an admin, I can be able to see more of this. I can be able to also make sale, and I can be able to turn on happy hour price for this particular store of mine or shop of mine. And then as a waiter, you will be able to just simply log in and then make a sale. Just simply log in and make your sale. So it's just as simple as that. When the moment you click something or you tap onto this, it will come onto this calculator. Then I simply adjust my quantities, and this is the price. Let's say it is tea and some omelette, if that is also served, or some coffee and omelette, if that is also served in your store, or if it is just coffee alone, how many cups? You can be able to do that here. And then you will, as a waiter, you will be able to go ahead and place the order. Of course, I'm able to see this because I am an admin. But as a waiter, you will be able to see this button here written place order. This is because as an admin, I can be able to clear this sale right on the go. But as a waiter, you need to make a sale and then you take the money to the cashier to be able to clear that sale. Unless you have got the rights or you're given the right to clear that sale, or if you have got one attendant in the shop or two, maybe to make things easier or faster, then you will give them this particular role of clearing sales or sales reconciliation, so that when they come here, they can even do reconciliation of this sale by just specifying how much this particular payment, or through which means this particular sale has been paid for. Let's say a customer has walked in and has paid. Then I simply come here, if I have got this right, and just say if it has been paid by cash, it has been paid by cash 700. Or if cash has been paid 100, then through till this customer has paid 600. I can't be able to do this, and then I simply go ahead and place this order. This automatically clears this order. But in a scenario where I have not specified these particular figures, then I just simply place the order. The way it happens in the restaurants. Then these orders will be marked as open sales, whereby each waiter's account will be having his or her own open sales, which are trackable under the sales. That is this other side. You'll be able to see what we have got open sales here. Now, coming back to here, you will be able to, as a waiter, you will be able to see all your open sales here. And then in a scenario where now the sale is still open and you want to add something for the customer, then you simply can edit that particular sale and adjust or add this particular items. Then you simply go ahead and update. Simple, straightforward. So this is one of the easiest things to do in a restaurant. And of course, the moment I make a sale, that sale will be recorded under my name as a waiter. Much to talk about it, but it is a fully functional point of sale page whereby all sales will be handled effectively, both credit and cleared sales. Next thing is the online shop. If you want to tap into the online audience, then we have you covered in that through this page, you can be able to integrate it with your website or even with your social media pages, whereby now, whatever you sell, whatever you have registered in the system as sellable, that is under your items. All the items that you have registered as sellable will be available in this particular page here, so that the people online or your audience online, those who are browsing through your social media pages or website, can be able to book or order these items online just by simply clicking that and adding it to the cart, and then of course going ahead to do the checkout. Just simple, straightforward ordering process. And then I can pay via M-Pesa, of course, through the STK push or the prompt that is sent to your phone the moment you put the paying phone number here. Or even if you have got, or if you can also integrate it with Visa or MasterCard. Basically, that is it. Then next one is, let me just bring you back here. Yeah, let me just bring you back here, whereby now I want to tell you the features that this system comes with that will be able to help you effectively run your coffee shop. And to start with, apart from just what we have looked at, we have got purchases. How will this help you? Purchases will be able to help in terms of tracking your purchases of different raw materials or even finished products that you use in your coffee shop. Yes, you need to track that so that you are in tabs with how much you spend when purchasing against how much you get. That is when you sell, so that you get the profit, or I mean the P&L. That is the profit and loss statement. Basically, that is why you need to be able to track this. And the good thing with this is that we have integrated with an accounting module, which is here. You can be able to see accounting module here, which comes with everything you need to effectively run your accounting. Yes, you do not need QuickBooks the moment you onboard GPOS into your premise. You do not need Sage, you do not need SAP, you do not need any particular accounting software. Don't need Excel. This has you covered in that it starts to track your accounts right from purchases. And of course, you can be able to customize these accounts. You can be able to name them whatever you want. And you will be able to do very, very many more things under the accounting. But aside from that, we have also integrated this particular purchase model with what we call a products or inventory, the inventory module. or the stocks, in that the moment you purchase an item, it will restock this particular figure into your store. Yes. And of course, you could be asking, what if you sell? If you sell, it will deduct from your store. Yeah, so basically that is it. So placing direct purchase is quite easy. Just fill in this process, and then you straight away go ahead and make a purchase. Next thing that we do have here is the LPOs. Of course, if you have got customers who accept LPOs, you can be able to generate LPOs using GPOS and share the LPOs with the customers so that they can be able to supply you with the goods. Then once the supply is, once that request is delivered, then now you can turn that LPO into what we call a final order or a final purchase order, where you now generate the goods received note, GRN. I believe you understand that process. If not, we still have got video explanations how that particular process can help you, how creating LPOs and purchases can be able to help you streamline your inventory and accounts, of course, in your coffee shop. Then the next thing, we have got products and inventory. Now, this is the deal breaker, even in GPOS or even in your shop or in your coffee shop. Yes, because through inventory, that is where you make losses or make profit, especially if you can be able to track your inventory accurately. And if you can't, whereby you're using paper and a pen, I tell you this for free. There is much that you're throwing. There is much that you're throwing away in terms of cash, because reconciling payments and reconciling the inventory purchases and everything in a notebook is not an easy task. But here is a system, a user-friendly system, and of course, very easy to use in terms of running your operations that you can put into place to be able to help you streamline from purchases to product management to inventory to sales, and name it. And now here, of course, it starts right from here, all items. All items, this one will give me all the items that we have created or registered in the system, both for sale and raw materials. Of course, you can be able to add items using this particular button, just as simple as that. Then I just fill these fields. I give my item a name, and that would be it. Then I just simply make it either available for sale, for purchase, or even for the main store. And of course, for sale is for the final product that we purchase, or let's say the item that we have registered to sell. We have to mark it for sale, but then for purchase the same way. And of course, if we are working with raw materials here, let's say coffee beans, then I will not make it for sale. Coffee beans are not for sale. Coffee beans are now raw materials in your shop. You come and grind them to make coffee. So they are not available for sale. So by making this not available for sale, you will not be able to see it in the point of sale or in the POS page where we just made a sale. Basically, that's it. And of course, now tea. If we have to work with tea as a line item, or maybe coffee cup, or a cup of coffee as a line item, we will register it, but then not make it as available for purchase. This is a final product. Yes. So basically, we will be able to guide you or to make you even understand this better, how you can be able to register your items. And of course, we normally help with this. It's one of the easiest things to do. And again, you can be able to upload items in bulk. Just in case you do have got items, a lot of items, you can be able to upload them. And then let me just take you through an item profile to show you what it has. Let me just pick this one as an example. And of course, in your coffee shop, once you register your items, you can be able to edit still the information, things to do with market price, and of course, balances or opening balances and stock balances and all that. You can still be able to edit this or to adjust this. You can also be able to edit its image and do what we call byproducts of this particular item. You can be able to generate an item into its byproducts, generate a barcode, or if it has got multiple serial codes, and then you can be able to distribute it to different stores. Let's say you're working with different shops or different coffee shops located in different locations. You can be able to still sell the same item across different stocks. Yeah, across different locations. And of course, that is happening, or that is possible with GPOS. And the next thing would be serials. Of course, this will just give you all the barcodes that we have generated in the system. The next thing under it is requisition. Requisition normally happens whereby you have got a central store of products, and then now other stores would be requesting for these products. So of course, you can be able to streamline these requisitions through the system. And again, you will be able to see your stock balances. Stock balances is a very crucial feature that we have here. Let's say I select, these are the stores that we have created in the system, and then I simply select main, and of course it will give me all these items that we have registered in the main store, plus what we call now the marked prices. The marked prices here. And again, you will be able to see these marked prices are the ones that we are using for this particular store. Yeah, and of course, it can change for every product when, let's say, where different stores are involved. Let's say you are selling the same coffee shop in the main shop on the store A, on the shop A at 100, and then in shop B at 200. You can be able to do that here. You can be able to adjust those marked prices here. And again, we have got two very important columns here. Starting with the stock quantity, this is now the real-time stock balances of these items in this particular store. Yeah, so this will give you the items that we have in terms of their balances, real-time balances, in that if we add, if we do a purchase, then when we come and refresh this page, you will see it, let's say if it is for this item, you will see the quantities has readjusted upwards. And if we make a sale, of course, it will reduce. So basically, this is what we call real-time stock balances. It will be able to help you even know at a glimpse what you are worth or what that store is worth in terms of the product purchase value. At a glimpse, you can be able to know this store is worth this much in terms of the quantities available times their buying prices. And again, if these items are sold, this is the market price. I mean, this is the profit that it can be able to give you. Of course, you will be able to see markup value. Yeah, that is here. So at a snapshot, you will be able to see your total worth and how much in terms of profit the items available currently at the store will be able to give you once they are all sold. And let me just show you the next thing, which is the stock take. Of course, just as you do stock take at the end of the day, or maybe at the end of the week, or at the beginning of the day, you can be able to do the same here and then do what we call stock reconciliation to adjust the stock in the system to reconcile or to be harmonized with what is available in the stock physical quantities or in the store physical quantities. Of course, variances can happen because of one reason or the other, but then you can be able to do what we call stock take here. Of course, we have got videos here talking about that. You will just be able to go to our profile and check it out. And then we do have got what we call stock movement. How is this helpful? In a scenario where you don't want to use requisition, which we just saw up here, this requisition, you can be able to use direct stock movement, whereby if you have got a holding stock or the main stock, then you can be able to channel a particular quantity of stock to a particular store. It's just basically a definition of what we call stock movement. You move stock from one store to the other. Of course, it is very important so that by the end of the day, you can be able to see how stock has moved from what store to what store. And of course, this is also helpful when it comes to generating reports. Yes, we'll be able to look at that shortly, but this will be able to help you do that. And of course, what is also important here is the movement of this stock by cost. Yes, for those who don't want to use recipe, this is a perfect place for you. But also, if you have got an accountant in the house, he will be the happiest person because movement by cost caters a lot. And of course, all these movements, all these transactions that we do are reflected in the accounting. That is why I'm saying your accountant will be the happiest. So we have got clear video or detailed video tutorials for this section, just in case I'm too fast. But I wanted just to show you what that also is able to do. And of course, even before you do a transaction of movement, you can even be able to check particular stock balances. Like in this case, this item in this particular store is, the quantity is there. So that when I'm moving these quantities, already I have at the back of my mind the quantities available in the moving the moving store. Yeah, basically that is it. And then we do have got what is called recipe. Recipe is now important, especially now when it comes to using combination of different items to make a particular item or a particular dish. Yes, if you want to use a given portion of ground beans plus sugar plus any other component to come up with a cup of coffee, then you can be able to use recipe to do that. And of course, this will give you what we call a cost of sale. Very important to be able to help you in terms of knowing your market price, because you cannot just cook your market price without knowing how much at the end of the day you have to incur to make that particular cup of coffee. So recipe plays a good role in terms of helping you to understand how to bill or how to mark up your coffee or your cups of coffee at the end of the day. Yes, and all these, once we make a sale of this particular combination, let's say we do have got cup A of coffee, and then we just simply come here, we select our raw materials or the product that we have to use, and then now we define what we call their portions or the quantities. Maybe that is 0.3 grams of that, 0.5, then 0.04, maybe that. So I'll be able to use that to be able to make my recipe. Just as you can see down here, I have got my total cost of sale. And of course here, this is the cost that forms up this. This is the portion, this portion times the market price of this, the price that we use to buy this particular item. So the 0.3 of it will give us this particular amount. 0.5 of this will give us this. So these are the total cost of sale. Of course, I'm just rushing you through this so that you just have a gist of what GPOS has in terms of recipe, but we do have got video tutorials talking about recipe, detailed recipe breakdown video for you in our channel. You can just visit our channel online, Iosoft Solutions, so that you can be able to understand this deeply. Again, we can be able to have a virtual demo with you to be able to take you through it, or even a physical demo, or just a phone call to be able to help you understand how this works. And again, once you do your recipes, you will be able to have all of them here. Most importantly, when these items are sold, then these respective quantities or portions are automatically deducted from the main items or from the raw material, so that when you come at the end of the day to your stock balances, you will be able to see the updated real-time stock balances of your raw materials and even the line items. That is the item that you just buy and sell. I believe that makes it, or that paints a clear picture of what recipe is. And of course, talking about wastages are things that we cannot avoid in our shop or in a coffee shop. And of course, here you will be able to register your wastages so that you can be able to track your stock balances appropriately. We do have got fixed assets. Fixed assets will be able to help you in terms of tracking what we call depreciation of the machines that we use in our coffee shops. Of course, if you want to use this feature, it will be able to help you know how your machines are depreciating and their depreciation values. Of course, this uses what we call straight line formula, which is a commonly used formula to calculate depreciation values for different items. And of course, all these are linked to the accounting. Yes. And then we do have got sales. Sales is also very key. And GPOS has you covered when it comes to sales in your coffee shop. Of course, starting with the POS, this we just looked at it, so there is no need of going over it again. But again, if you come to what we call sales list, you will be able to see all the sales that we have done in the system, all of them. both open and cleared sales. These are sales from the time you started using the system. All that history will be here. And again, you will be able to have open sales. Now, this is the group of sales that we have made but have not cleared. In short, they are the credit sales. And these credit sales, you can be able to track them in terms of even knowing which particular customer it was sold to, which selling point, which date, even the attendant or the waiter, the amount and the balances. Good thing is you can still drill down in this particular open sale profile. You can still edit it. Editing, just as we saw, we can add bills to an existing open sale. Not delete what we had already placed in this particular sale or in this particular bill. And again, you can view its profile. You can turn it into an invoice. You can create its delivery note. You can print it. You can void it. You can complement it. All this you will be able to see if you do have got the rights. Yes. And of course, when you come here and view it, it will be able to open for you what we call a sale profile. The sale profile basically contains what had been sold in this particular bill. You will be able to see that and their quantities and then the balances. And then as a waiter, I can simply come here and clear it or mark or reconcile it. And reconciling it is very easy. I just simply select which means this payment was done. If it was cash, then that is it. Then I just simply receive my payment. Done. And you will see it is now with zero balance. Of course, this 1400 now is not available here. It has been moved to the general sale, so you will not be able to see it. Yeah. Same way, I can just simply click the bill number and I open another bill profile, and then I simply come here and do the same. Or if I want to, if I've done M-Pesa integration, then I simply come here and select the pay bill, and then I put the customer phone number and I trigger the push or the prompt to the customer's phone. If it is through Till, I simply come here. If the payment has been done through Till or through M-Pesa Till, then I simply find it here and then do action reconcile, and it will reconcile this payment. I think that is not too much for you. But then in this particular sale profile, what else will you do? I can change a customer. I can transfer this sale from one waiter to the other. Let's say if I work with shifts and the person who made this is now leaving, the shift is ending, I can try to transfer this to the next waiter, or I can map this to an agent. If an agent brought me this business, I can be able to map this to this particular agent and then give a commission. At the same time, I can create a delivery note or print it, or if this is just to refresh it, or I can add a discount. I can even do splitting of this order and also print the captain order or print it. Quite much there that you can take on an open sale or on a sale profile. Enough of that. When I come back again here, you will be able to see quotations, which are self-explanatory. You can raise quotations and invoices, and all those voided and complementary sales, you will be able to see them here. When you come here, you will be able to see all that there. Currently, I don't think we do have got any here, but then again, you will be able to see all the complementary sales, all the M-Pesa Till payments, and then those prompts, or the M-Pesa STK push, and then returns. Returns are key, especially where you have bought something and you want to return it to the supplier. You can't be able to do that here. Or you have sold something, but then the customer has returned it. You can't be able to mark it as returned here. All these returns will affect our stock balances. And of course, there is a pretty condition here. If it is good, it will affect our stock balances by either restocking it or removing it, especially if it is a sale return. And of course, if it is spoiled, it will be marked as a loss or as an expense to the business, if it is a sale return. Under sales, I think we have looked at everything there. And of course, now the accounting, which I really may not go through it, but you will be able to have or register your expenses, daily expenses, do your budgeting, the income, or register different incomes that you have generated in the system, or I mean, that you have generated in the business. That's apart from sale. And of course, create your different account types, your different charts of accounts, do your journal entries, and also check your different account balances, check your cash flow, trial balance, which is very rare in this software or system that you will see around. You have it here correctly mapped. And of course, the balance sheet, the profit and loss, general ledger, VAT input and output, so that you're compliant with either the tax authorities. You have all this here. Enough of that. I'll take you to other options that we have. Of course, you will be dealing with people. And these people, sometimes you can award them, you can give them warnings, they resign, or you can terminate them. You need to record that. And we have got this option here for you. We call it Core HR. And then the payroll, self-explanatory. It comes with all those reports that you will need to be compliant, from NSSF, NHIF, pay, housing levy, allowances, deductions, P10, and even they're generating their pay slips. Of course, you will see that here. And of course, the bank cash out, you will be able to see that all there. Everything that you need, especially in a Kenyan setup, to run an effective payroll department, that is available here. And again, you will be able to see we have got leave management for tracking leave balances for your staff. Of course, this is something that you cannot be able to track in a book. It is tiresome. But then in the system, you'll be able to have it. And again, down here, attendance, how these people have been reporting. What time did they report? What time did somebody leave? In the entire week, in the entire day, or entire month, you will be able to see that report there. SMS balances. For now, automating those thank you notes, you will be able to have it here. You can be able to automate, let's say, once a customer pays something or buys something, you can be able to automate thank you note to this customer. Or if you just want to run discounts, or maybe just a coupon, just an information about your coupons or a happy hour, you can be able to just create SMS and send to your list of saved customer details, or a list of saved customers. If you have saved customers with their names and of course with their phone numbers, you can be able to do that there. That is just a brief on what you can do with the SMS, but there is a lot more that you can do to be able to help you do what we call customer retention or building customer loyalty. And again, we have got reports. Reports are very key to be able to help you understand your business better, so that you make the right decisions for the next day, for the next week, for the next month, for the next year. Yes, without reports, you may not be able to understand your competition, and not alone the competition, your business. And to be able to help you understand your business, we start with the close day report. Just to rush you through it, you will be able to see, you can be able to filter this report per store. If you have got multiple stores or multiple branches, you can be able to filter it per branch. And of course, you will be able to see total sales for this particular period that we have queried. And of course, let me just query a particular report here to see if we do have got any sample data that we can work with. Let me see. And of course, this one I can query it even by time. Yes. So then I simply do that. Then I have got a sample report here. This will help me, or will help you understand your total sales, that is both cleared and pending, or credit balances. All that is there. And then cleared sales only. This is cash or actual amounts in possession here. And then uncleared sales. These are now the credit sales that you have, or that your customers owe you. You will have that information there. And then, of course, you will see we have got how sales have been received through cash, Lipa na M-Pesa, Till, and any other means that we have created in the system. And again, general information. You need to know how much in terms of discounts, voided and complimentary sales have you given out. And again, you can be able to see you have got staff sales. You can be able to use this to know who has sold the highest, who has sold the least, and you can be able to award them appropriately. Of course, this, we have got a detailed report on this. We call it staff sales summary. And again, we have got item sales per category, which item is giving you more money. And again, general sales or general expenses, sorry. You can be able to see all these expenses. Which one is, are you spending more on? And you can be able to query this report per day, within a given time range, or by hour, or even by week, by year, by month, as long as you want it. Next one is the item sales report, which is also very key. to help you understand which item gives you more money, just as we said earlier, and of course, which item is most preferred by your customers. That is in terms of sale quantities. You'll be able to see here under this particular time range that we have selected, which item sells the highest, leave alone the highest, which item give you more money than the others. You will be able to have that report here so that you can be able to make a decision on which items to keep, especially the ones that give you money, and which items not to, especially those ones that you don't sell more regularly. And of course, you can be able to query this per branch or per location so that you understand which items is doing well, which items are doing well in which store or in which location. Or if you run a one store, you will be able to understand it better. What is or what are your customers' preference in terms of sale quantities? Yeah, and which items are giving you more money than the others. Of course, that said, we have our items purchase report, which is also a self-explanatory report, opposite of what we've just seen. And again, we do have got what is called general sales. General sales is also a report that is important for you to be able to understand how each particular sale happens. And then again, we have got what we call item ledger, which is the investigatory report, especially when it comes to tracking item performance. Through this report, you can be able to track an item from a particular store. Let's say I want to track this one from a particular date. I just want to know, let's say even if I feel there is an item that is missing or an item that I cannot trace how it has performed since I purchased it, I can be able to track it here. In terms of, you will be able to see this report in terms of date-wise. This particular date, what happened to this particular product? And of course, in this particular store, this demo user, this account user did a reconciliation. And of course, the balance brought forward, of course, you will be able to see all that here. Then same time on this particular date, stock reconciliation, same time this particular date, stock reconciliation. Of course, this is just some dumb information, but you will be able to see some negative deviations in terms of what was reconciled. And of course, when you click here, these particular items, let me just click one, you will be able to see a detailed breakdown of what that transaction was. And here it is. Yeah, here it is. So it will just give you the items, of course, that particular stock take that affected that particular item at that particular point or that particular date. And of course, you will be able to find it here. And in terms of its deviation, the deviation that happened there, you will be able to see it here. This is just a stock take instance or a stock take sample that affected that particular stock or that particular item. So basically, this can give you a good eye view of the entire transaction or movement of a particular item. Let's say you purchase an item that's moved from one store to the other, you will be able to find that here. It has moved from that store to, let's say, to another store, you will be able to see it here by date, by user, and then by action. And then also, if it has been sold, what is the balance that we have currently? You will be able to see the balance here. Yeah, so basically this will give you what we call control and ability to see and oversee whatever and everything that happens in your store, both looking at the sales wise of the sales end and of course the product management end, in that there is nothing that will happen that you will not miss to see. And of course, if you sit down to track something, you will always come up with appropriate answer. And of course, the next thing is the statement of profit, which is the profit and loss in general terms. You will be able to filter your profit and loss there and then see if your business is making profit or a loss. And of course, if it is a profit, up to how much, if it is a loss, up to how much, you can be able to track that as well. And of course, staff sales summary, whereby you will be able to see all your staff sales and drill down further into that. But then also we do have got check payments. This is just check calendar or check payment calendar. You can be able to register check maturity dates when somebody has paid you by check and then track that. And same way you have got suppliers. And suppliers, you will be able to see all your suppliers here. And then when you click orders, it will give you a history of your transaction with this particular supplier. And of course, these are the orders that you have not paid for. And of course, you can click these codes to be able to see the profile of these orders, just as simple as that, to be able to see what is it that you purchased that you have not paid for. And of course, even things to do with time stamp or which date was this purchase made. Yeah, so that is that. And then when we come back here, you will see the same for your customers, the order history of this customer, how much they owe you and all that. You will be able to see that in their profile. And down below it, you will see we have got account statement, which you can be able to track a particular account statement and check it down here. These accounts, of course, are drawn from the accounts here, this particular accounting module. And of course, you can register your accounts, things to do with expenses and income. Then now, at the end of the day, when you come here, you can query their account statements. And also we do have got customer statements, supplier statements, and then customer balances. Let me just click this. You will be able to see all your customers plus their due amounts, what they owe you, the bills, receivables, and then also the supplier balances. Now, this is what now you owe your suppliers. Of course, you will be able to see that there. And then down here, you will be able to see general expense. Very straightforward and a comprehensive, very straightforward and comprehensive reports to be able to help you understand how your business is doing. Looking at it on the stock side, looking at it on the sales side, and looking at it accounts-wise. Generally, the overview of what happens in your business. And of course, going the employee side, which now you have got these 4 key modules to help you navigate through. Yeah, that is the core HR, payroll, leave, and attendance. And down here, just backups. Of course, you can do your own backups and then create your users. And then, of course, down here, you will be able to now configure your different item configurations, things to do with categories, units, attributes. These are just common configurations that you can be able to do, or settings. Down here is just to give you the ability to customize the business information or details of your business, things to do with phone number, organizations, and name it, everything to do with M-Pesa, the payments. You can be able to upload all that in this particular section. So to get up to that point, I say thank you for keeping thank you for watching the video up to now. I believe this opens your mind or opens your eye into what GPOS comes with as an ERP. And that is just a gist of what GPOS entails. Quite much. Of course, it's hidden in the features, which have not used the right account to show you. Of course, that comes with a super admin account, whereby you can be able to see other detailed features that the extras. We call them the extras, that if you want, you can be able to activate for you. But the moment you decide to go with GPOS, we'll be able to show you everything. So you decide which ones you want to go with. But basically what we have talked about here is just a summary, a high level of the key features that you need in your coffee shop to be able to have your business at your fingertips. That is in terms of control and in terms of oversight. Wherever you will be at any given point, you need to know whatever is happening in your business, and GPOS has you covered. It is a system that once you buy, you're never going to change it.